Hello and welcome to Full Send Broadcast Network, here tonight with the Full Send Motorsports Clash to get everyone amped up and ready for the LA Coliseum clash in the real world NASCAR. Tonight, these guys are going to be battling out 99 laps. Each of these drivers paid a $10 entry fee to race for the grand prize of $180. Let's pull up our pre-race info here, presented by VigilanteRacing.com. Daytona International Speedway, this big 2.5 mile oval, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 103 degrees Fahrenheit track surface temperature, 15% humidity, clear skies with 2-mile-an-hour winds. Like I said earlier, 99 laps. It's going to be a fixed custom setup. 70% fuel, 3 fast repairs, and the payouts tonight, the grand prize for the first place driver is $180 plus a trophy that is in the shape of Daytona International Speedway that has the lettering on it that spells out pre-clash clash. Second place is going to get $75 and third place $30. And that is your pre-race info here, presented by VigilanteRacing.com. Go check them out on their website at www.vigilanteracing.com or find them on Facebook at Vigilante Racing. As practice begins to wind down here in the next few minutes, let's bring up our other sponsor here, Bearded Ox Designs. Mr. Joshua Oxendine is the main man behind the trophy here tonight. He was able to 3D print us a brand new trophy for the winner tonight. Shout out to him over there at Bearded Ox Designs. Let's pull up our speed charts here. Right now, Dave Mayberry in the top spot with a 45.968. Blistering lap time around here for these ARCA cars as they get ready to battle it out here today for this $180. So far, we have 24 drivers that have taken a lap and 28 drivers in the lobby right now. Still missing a few drivers from joining up here. Go down there and check out some of these drivers going around the track. You see right there the 728 of Timothy Pope and the 37 of Dustin Riley out there, nose to tail. This is a custom setup that allows these drivers to possibly, with a big enough group, go off into turn one at about 200 to 208 miles an hour. It's an extremely fast setup here. And you can bump draft with this setup, but you have to be very finicky with it to not lift up the back end of the driver in front so that they don't spin out. Go check out some other drivers out here. We got the 10 of Nicholas DePrizio. His father out here in the 13, Victor DePrizio. Got a little father-son duo there. There's the 14 of John Tyndall. There's your speed chart leader, the 23 of Dave Mayberry. And some of these drivers' numbers on their cars will not line up with the numbers that show up on the screen. That is due to custom paint schemes and the way that they entered the lobby. So just make note of that. I may call out one number, and the driver may be a totally different number, vice versa, whether it's on the overlay or on the car. 29 here of Roger Pierce as the checkered flag flies on practice. We're going to be going to qualifying now. It's going to be a 5-minute long 2-lap solo qualifying here. Waiting for some drivers to get on track. Got a couple of them jumping on now. Waiting for some of them to jump on track. Here is the 74 of James Silk. First one out of pit road. 82 of Mike Everidge out on track now. So is the 728 of Timothy Pope. John Tyndall rolling off of pit road. Dave Mayberry on the apron as well. Several drivers out on track right now, getting ready to go green here on their qualifying times. Jonathan Osborne coming off pit road as well in that 81 machine. Victor DePrizio in the 13 rolling off of pit road, as well as Albert Anderson rolling off of pit road in that 11 machine. There's Nicholas DePrizio rolling off. The 01 of Kelly Cool. Jonathan Osborne looks to be one of the first ones to be coming to the line here. Takes his green flag. There's the 74 of James Silk working on his green flag run. For those of you tuning in, we greatly appreciate it here at the Full Send Broadcast Network. You're tuned in to the Full Send Motorsports Pre-Clash Clash, presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Right now, Dave Mayberry in the top spot with a 49080. Eric Klafka in the 88 on the backstretch on his green flag lap. John Tyndall takes the top spot so far with a 49038. Dustin Reilly comes in with a 49047. Got some people in the chat rooting on Tyndall here. They also have some people in the chat cheering on the Vigilante Racing group out here. We have a ton of drivers here from the Vigilante Racing League. Eric Klafka goes to the top spot with a 49023 as Mike Everidge takes the top spot with a 48931. Dave Mayberry claims the top spot once again. As I say that, Timothy Pope knocks him off the top spot with a 48858. These drivers blistering fast around here with this setup. Lots of drivers still out on the track here. Stephen Payne in the 41 machine here comes across the line, takes his green flag. Here's the 21 of Justin Hutchinson, one of the several guys here from the Finish Line Racing League, coming around to take his green flag. He has a slight blink there. There's Jess Vault in the 28 machine, one of those Vigilante Racing guys. And don't forget, when you go to VigilanteRacing.com and use promo code FULLSEND through the month of February, you'll get 10% off your purchase. Jess Vault comes across the line. That's going to put him P13 on that lap. Roger Pierce coming to the line. See if he can better his first lap time. That's going to put him up to P7 with a 48918. Kevin Croft, number 6. His car is number 21. He's working on his green flag lap right now, coming through turns 3 and 4. And he is not going to get that qualifying lap in, as they are going to have a little 5-minute warm-up here. They're going to have a miniature drivers meeting, get things settled. Some drivers going to elect to go out there and run some more laps around there. And tonight, someone is going to take home $180 along with the trophy custom made for this race. Second place will bring home $75 and third place will bring home $30. Everyone else is going to walk away with $10 less in their pocket, but all in the fun of the hunt here, trying to win this one-off race. And as soon as the warm-up ends, we will bring you the official lineup here on the grid presented by VigilanteRacing.com. We watch from the blimp here, these drivers going around, taking a few extra laps. And for those of you tuning in, we greatly appreciate all the comments here. And appreciate you showing up, supporting your favorite driver here on the Full Send Broadcast Network here in the Pre-Clash Clash, presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. If you have any questions, under caution, be sure to ask them there in the chat, and I will try to get to them, along with shout-outs as I try to read them. Sometimes there may be a little bit too much action going on in the track for me to get all the shout-outs in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here, and every time we go live, you won't miss a thing with one-off races like this and some league races that we still have left in the season. And coming up also, next month, we're going to be looking to put together another one-off race similar to this one. It'll be different cars at a different track, of course, but the same great racing action to come out of them. Be live right here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. With about a minute 45 seconds left in this warm-up, these drivers getting some last reminders over the voice chat by another admin. And we do have a race control up in the booth tonight, watching down over the racers, making sure all things go according to plan. For those of you tuning in, who's y'all's pick to win tonight in this race? Got someone picking Braxton DeWeese. Got some people cheering for Bradley Bartley. Several cheering on the Finish Line Racing League crew and the Vigilante Racing crew. There's someone in there for Albert Anderson. As the checkered flag flies in the warm-up, we're waiting for them to start gridding, and when we bring you the official grid lineup here on the Full Send Broadcast Network, brought to you by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. let's go ahead and bring that to you. On the pole, the 728 of Timothy Pope. Outside of him is the 13 of Victor DePrizio. In third, we have John Tyndall. Fourth, Eric Klafka. Fifth is Dustin Reilly. Sixth, Dave Mayberry. Seventh is Justin Hutchinson. Eighth, Roger Pierce. Ninth, Mike Everidge. 10th, Jonathan Osborne. 11th, Kelly Cool. 12th, Tyler Cross. 13th, James Slick. 14th, Nicholas DePrizio. 15th, Jess Vaught. 16th is Albert Anderson. 17th, Brett Vinson. 18th, Stephen Payne. 19th, Braxton DeWeese. 20th, Tyler Green. 21st is Joe McAddery. 22nd, Bradley Bartley. 23rd, Brian Dixon. 24th, Glenn Luzon. Sorry if I butcher that name. 25th is Keaton Burnett. 26th, Jeff Counter. 27th is Jack Dixon. 28th, Kevin Croft. And rounding out the field in 29th is the 36 of Devin Bird. And that's your official lineup here tonight as the field begins to roll off of pit road. Going to be an exciting one here tonight. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Definitely going to be a fantastic show for the people watching. Getting ready to go green for 99 laps out here tonight. They have some drivers electing to go down. Looks like he's going to be going to pit road possibly. We're working on a steering wheel. Some kind of issue maybe for Victor DePrizio. Because that's going to move the 88 of Eric Klafka to the front row. Pace car peels off, getting ready to go green here. Green flag is out here in the pre-clash clash presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Timothy Pope, Eric Klafka get a good start there as they head off into turn one, 2 by 2 throughout the field here. Highline getting a little bit of a run here. Got some drivers electing to drop back as the field tightens up here in the front. Lots of drivers out here looking for a chance at some big money out here. Lap one coming around. Looks like Timothy Pope and Eric Klafka. That's too close to call on who's going to lead that first lap. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there between Mayberry and the 5 of Tyler Cross. They get it sorted out, though. Still 2 by 2 throughout the majority of the field. Some drivers electing to drop down and go to the back here. Trying to save them 3 faster pairs for the end of this race. These drivers really looking strong out there. Love this camera here, the static camera. As the field's still 2 by 2. No aggressive moves yet. These drivers still trying to find their partners to work with. Get themselves lined up for the rest of this race. Low line gets a little bit of a run. That's going to put Timothy Pope out front by a car. He's going to stick to that inside lane. Lots of side-by-side action going on still. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there for, looks like Tyler Green in the 48. Like he got a little bit loose. He's going to hold it down there on the apron and fall to the back there. Go back up front here. The field's still 2x2. Pope still leading this thing out front. As we're now completing lap 4, working on lap 5 of 99 here tonight. Lots of clean racing going on so far. Let's go check out what's happening back here. We have Kevin Croft. It looks like 33 possibly. Of Brian Dixon working together there, kind of hanging around in the back. Always love the look of these ARCA cars as they go around this track. All skewed around, body twisted up. These cars have always been difficult to bump draft in because when you come up behind the driver in front, the front bumper and the back bumper don't exactly line up to allow the bump drafting really happen. So we played around with setups for months trying to get these things to be able to bump draft and go a little bit faster. And we had accomplished it at one point in time. iRacing steadily updates all their cars, and it ended up patching what we had made it be able to do. So now it's able to go almost 200 and something miles an hour in the corners. And you can still bump draft, but you have to be real finicky with it. We have a little bit of a separation here. Majority of the field still 2x2 as they come through the tri-oval to complete lap 6. These drivers, highly talented in these cars. Let's check and see what kind of speeds some of these guys are running. And let's pull up Dave Mayberry's dashboard and see what kind of speeds they're running. As of right now, down the backstretch, 197 diving off into turn 3 there. Took it a second to update. Running about 190 to 193 through the corners. See what Klafka's running in that 88 machine. 192, 194 through the tri-oval there. He is the front car. 198 bounced up to there as they dove off into turn 1. And these guys aren't even getting aggressive yet. Let's go right along there with the 28 of Jess Vaught and see what it looks like from his point of view from the visor cam. As you can see, these drivers really doing a lot of give and take right now. Ooh, a little bit of a moment looks like up ahead. It looked like maybe the 10 car of Nicholas DePrizio jumped out in front of Eric Klafka. As you can see right there, you get right up behind another car, you cannot see out front. You have to rely on that driver in front of you to communicate what's happening up there. still 2x2, not giving an inch. Putting on a fantastic show for those of you tuning in. We really appreciate it here at the Full Send Broadcast Network. You're tuned in to the Full Send Motorsports Pre-Clash Clash from Daytona, presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. And don't forget, when you go to VigilanteRacing.com, you'll get 10% off your purchase when you use promo code FULLSEND at checkout. See if some of these drivers have formed a second pack here further back. These drivers still too wide back here even then. We go back up here to the front. It was the 01 of Kelly Cool that jumped up in front of Klafka, not the 10 of DePrizio. So now you have Pope leading the inside lane, Cool running the outside lane, or leading the outside lane, as DePrizio has a little bit of a moment right there, gets loose on corner exit. At the kind of speeds these guys are running, I can see how it would be tricky because you have no air hitting that rear spoiler as you tuck up behind another driver. You see him there. DePrizio kind of thought about taking it 3 wide, thinks better of it. Ekes out to see where he's at on the track. These drivers really working hard out there as we come around and complete lap 12 of 99 here tonight. And these guys do have a free chance attempt at a green-white checkered if it has to come down to it. But at the pace they're going right now, they are setting a blistering average lap time pace. Let's check out the fastest speed that these drivers have run out here tonight so far. The top speed so far looks to be 201. Oh, I see a 205 up there out of Brett Vinson. That is blistering around this track in an ARCA car. Got Jack Dixon there in the 07 at the tail end of this first pack. So far, we've run 13 laps caution-free here tonight in the pre-clash clash. Right here on the inside lane, you have the 22 of Keaton Burnett in that black Exxon machine right there. He's on the inside lane. He's a newcomer over here to the Full Send Motorsports races. Love this camera angle. It really shows the raw speed these cars have. You see a little bit of sparks coming off of one car as they came through the corner. Bottoming out as they come up on a lap car here. Looks to be possibly the 37 of Dustin Reilly. He's going to go to the high side. All the drivers are going to go around. Ashley Osborne in the chat, cheering on Jonathan Osborne out there. Jonathan Osborne currently in the 81 and 8th spot in the inside lane. That green, that lime green and black car that you see right there in the middle of your screen. These drivers are so talented. Goes to show how talented these drivers are to be able to run at these speeds that they are, 2x2, for 17 laps straight and not have a single issue. They are now coming up on, looks like the 74 of James Sleek. He's going to stay to the high side. Ooh, gets really close. It's going to scatter the field a little bit. He's going to hold on to it. Field's going to be able to get by, looks like. No issues there. Go back up front. Timothy Pope, still your leader in that 728 machine, with the 14 of John Tyndall right behind him, and Nicholas DiPrizio in the 10 machine in third. The 01 of Kelly Cool still running that high lane in front of Jonathan Osborne, who just jumped up there to the high lane in between Cool and Everidge. Or sorry, Klafka. These drivers really giving it their all so far, but not pushing it so far over the line as to cause a wreck. And it looks like that high line might have tried for a moment to maybe just fall in line and go single file. Going to ride along on the nose of Eric Klafka's car, looking ahead at Jonathan Osborne. See how close these guys are actually getting. A fantastic shot right here to see underneath the 81 machine right there. You see how close it's just sucked to the ground and stays right there, doesn't move. Dragging the track bar just a little bit, but not enough to slow these machines down very, very much at all. Looking back at, I believe that's Dave Mayberry. We have a little bit of 3 wide going on back here. See if these drivers are going to be able to hold that. There's contact. Look like the 11 of Bradley Bartley gets in the wall. He's going to get sideways trying to fit back in line. He's going to save it. Or sorry, that's the 11 of Albert Anderson. A little bit of contact between him and the 8 of Braxton DeWeese. They're going to get it sorted out. No harm, no foul there. Go check on this pack in the back here. There you see most of these guys are single file. Just kind of riding along, saving their cars for the end of this thing. Timothy Pope has a little bit of a blink there in the lead. Comes back, no issue. These drivers, the 48 of Tyler Green. Huge moment as Tyler Green goes for a spin. He's going to get it slowed up there on the apron and get it spun around and try to get it back going. No caution yet. He's going to get it back going. We're going to have to go back and see what happened with that as the second pack comes around. Let's go back and take a look. See what happened. There you see the 48 of Tyler Green in that Lowe's machine up high. Oh, yeah, he got really loose on the exit of 2. Comes down, hits the 28. I believe that is... I believe that's Jess Vault. Comes up, hits the outside wall, and just spins on his own. So that's what happened there with that. Tyler Green's going to come down pit road and get that car worked on. Back live here, Timothy Pope still leading with Kelly Cool leading the field on the high lane. Still lots of side-by-side racing. But as I was about to mention before that incident, the green flag stops should be coming up shortly. You see majority of the field on the inside line. The 82 of Mike Everidge pushes up high a little bit, gets a little tight on corner entry. The 11 of Anderson dips down to the inside lane. Could see the possibility of green flag stops coming up soon. Looks like Anderson may be leaving room for Mayberry to dip down. He does. 22 of Keaton Burnett jumps up to the high lane. See if he's able to catch up to that front 3 there. As I said before, though, green flag stops are approaching here. It'll be interesting to see how these drivers navigate that. Lots of good side-by-side racing here so far tonight. Loving every minute of it. As we have now completed 25 laps, we are just over a quarter of the way done here tonight. All but 3 cars have found their way to the inside, make that 2 cars, as you see Jonathan Osborne dipping down to the inside lane. Definitely getting ready to go down pit road now. As Chevy Cole in the chat, who is one of the crew chiefs for the 10 car, they are currently discussing pit strategy now. And that 10 car being Nicholas DePrizio up there in that 3rd row on the inside line. Go check on this second pack and see how they're doing. Not as organized as I thought they should be. Mostly single file, like I said, just kind of biding their time, riding around for the end of this thing to hopefully cash in on the top 3 prizes here tonight or bring home that trophy. Go back up front here. Kelly Cool and the 22 of Keaton Burnett have a huge run as they come down the backstretch. Cool gonna come down. Oh, as the 22 of Burnett comes down, not clear of the 728 of Timothy Pope. Pope now comes up on the track. Oh, we have a big one. Anderson involved, Pope involved. Hard hit for Anderson. As you see there, that car comes to a halt down there up against the inside wall. He's going to have to tow to pit road. Tough break for some of these drivers here as the first yellow flag comes out tonight. Starting with the 22 of Keaton Burnett coming down onto Timothy Pope. All right, so now that we've had our first yellow, as we were getting close, the green flag stops. Let's go check out what happened here between the 22 of Burnett and the 728 of Timothy Pope. You see right there, he was trying to follow the 01 of Cool down to the inside lane and just was not clear. Sends the 721 of Timothy Pope, or 728 of Timothy Pope, down to the inside, and he was trying to check up before the corner and ultimately not able to get it woed up. That car traveling at a high rate of speed just comes up. Oh, hits the embankment hard, misses Mayberry, but the 11 of Anderson, oh, tough hit. Hood comes up. The 8 was involved. Oh, tough. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. Let's go back and look at that from Anderson's point of view and ride along with Albert Anderson. You see it coming. You see it coming there. He's trying to react. Oh, hard hit. Hard hit. And the motor blows up after contact. No way to steer that 11 machine as both front wheels were broke on it. That's one fast repair gone for the 11 of Albert Anderson. Tough break for that driver. So we're going to go back live here. Right now, Kelly Cool leads him off of pit road as the rest of the field comes in after them. So Kelly Cool will go to the top spot here after our first caution of the night. Working on lap 30 right now. Eaton Burnett going to end up with an end-of-line penalty for bringing that caution out. It's going to put him at the tail end of the field. Kelly Cool going to be scored your leader here. As the field gets the 1 to green, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be going green once again here shortly. And for those of you tuning in tonight, we greatly appreciate it. Here at the Full Send Broadcast Network, you're watching the Pre-Clash Clash presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. And for those of you in the chat, let me know how the broadcast looks, just making sure that we are coming across the airwaves crisp and clean for you. The crew chief for the 10 car of Nicholas DiPrizio is saying that DiPrizio has a lot of confidence in the 10 car. Said it feels good and has a car to compete with for the win. Definitely be looking for that 10 machine of Nicholas DiPrizio, who is lined up in third inside second row. They work their way through turn 4 here, waiting for the pace car to peel off. Restart's going to be on the shoulders of the 01 of Kelly Cool. There goes the pace car. Green flag is back out here at Daytona. 01 of Kelly Cool hard on the loud pedal with the 14 of John Tyndall outside of him. The 81 of Jonathan Osborne pushing the 14 of Tyndall to the lead. Tyndall comes down, causes the 01 to have to check up a little bit. Almost wasn't clear. as they come down the backstretch for the first time after the restart here. These drivers are going to have to get reacquainted side by side once again here. A lot of the drivers already kind of spacing out in the back. Jonathan Osborne leading the high lane. John Tyndall leading the inside lane. 2 by 2 throughout the entire field here. Fantastic driving on these drivers' parts here. As majority of the field goes single file here, you drivers now have only 2 faster pairs left. There you see it. Only a few cars left on the high lane. Make that even less as they're all trying to find their way to the inside. Just race to the end of this thing. Now, I would say within the last probably 10 to 15 laps to go, be expecting the racing intensity to really ratchet up out here for these drivers as they go for the pay window to cash in on the top 3 spots and the lucrative bragging rights of winning the inaugural Free Clash, which will be an annual race here, the weekend of the real Clash in NASCAR. As the majority of the field trying to get to that inside lane and ride around to the end here. Let's go full send, fire it up, and let you listen to these cars go around this 2.5 mile oval at full song. Brought to you by VigilanteRacing.com. Be sure to check them out. When you go there, use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off your purchase. And also brought to you by Bearded Ox Designs, the man who created the trophy out there. Let's go full send, fire it up. There you seen it, under the full send, fire it up. That racing action going on around this track. Yes, now the entire field has gone single file around this 2.5 mile oval. That full send fired up was brought to you by VigilanteRacing.com. Be sure to use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off your purchase when you shop at their store. You can also find them on Facebook at Vigilante Racing. Also brought to you in part by Bearded Ox Designs. Your 3D printing needs for league trophies, one-off race trophies. Just about anything you need 3D printed, go check out Bearded Ox Designs. Joshua Oxendine. As the field comes around to complete lap 41, we are getting close to approaching the halfway mark in tonight's race. As that high lane tries to form, got the 82 of Mike Everidge, the 28 of Jess Vault, and the 81 of 88 of Eric Klafka. The 10 of DePrizio jumping up to lead that high line. Got lots of drivers jumping up there now. These drivers do not want to just ride around, apparently. Right now, we have a tie for the biggest mover of the race so far. In 10th, that 07 of Jack Dixon, up to 9th now. He is up 18 spots. And the 12th place car of Devin Bird in that 36 machine is up 16 spots since the drop of the green flag. Lots of drivers trying to make their way to the front. Right now, leading that high line is the lap car of Tyler Green. The 8 machine has a little bit of a moment right there where he gets loose, catches it. Doesn't hurt that inside line too bad. Now the 5 car of Tyler Cross is going to jump out to the high lane and try to lead it around. Ooh, the 10 of DePrizio gets in the wall just a little bit. That's going to send him 3 wide. Looks like they're going to get it figured out there, back down to 2x2. That was almost a moment right there for the 10 machine. Good driving on his part to be able to save that. But here comes Tyler Cross with the 48 of Tyler Green, pushing him, trying to get that 5 machine to the front. Door to door now for the lead. Right now, John Tyndall leading the inside lane. Tyler Cross leading the outside lane. Tyler Green trying to be the first car 1 lap down in case another incident happens. Trying to get a lap back there. Oh, is the 81. Oh, almost a moment right back here. The 82 of Mike Everidge tried to come down. The 81. Sorry, that's the 07 of Jack Dixon having an issue. He falls all the way to the back here. Don't know what happened to him. I just seen him pull down, possibly got really loose and was just having trouble saving that. Had to save it all the way down the back stretch. Almost caused a big incident. Back up front here, Tyler Cross going for the lead still. Oh, we have an accident back here. As the caution comes out for the second time tonight. 22 of Keaton Burnett involved. Looks like the 10 of DePrizio. Don't see much damage on the 10. We'll have to go back and find out what happened. let's go back and take a peek and see what happened here. Oh, the 10 of DiPrizio hits the wall hard, hits the 22. Oh, and the 29 of Roger Pierce comes up underneath the 10, and they were wrecking further behind that. Let's go back and take a look at that from Dave Mayberry's view of it. And slow it down a little bit. There you see the 10 of DiPrizio getting lifted up by the 29 of Pierce. Devin Bird checks up for it. So does the 29 of Mayberry. Oh, Mayberry barely got clipped by the 21 of Justin Hutchinson. Sends Mayberry around. Doesn't look like any other cars were involved. That incident could have been way, way worse out of that. Luckily, no one hard hit right there. 10 of DiPrizio having a cool moment right there, sliding it sideways and catches it on the apron and just grabs a gear and takes off and keeps it going. We are now back under the second yellow of the night. Tyler Cross scored your leader right now. As the field comes down pit road to get their cars serviced. Pit road, a busy, busy place right now. As they come off the pit road, looks like John Tyndall going to reassume the lead. Definitely an interesting race so far. Second caution of the night. This is going to lead us to the halfway point under yellow. Those of you tuning in, we greatly appreciate it here at the Full Send Broadcast Network. You're watching the pre-clash clash, gearing up for the real-world clash at the LA Coliseum. Coming up Sunday in the real-world NASCAR series. A little bit of a throwback to the early 2000s clash when they used to still have it at Daytona. All this is put on in part by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs creating the trophy. And don't forget, when you go shopping on VigilanteRacing.com, be sure to use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off your purchase. Expecting to get the 1 to green when the pace car comes across the line. Lights go off on the pace car, signaling the 1 to green. You're going to see the 48 drop to the inside there, go to the back. He is a lap down car. The 14 of John Tyndall is going to pick the inside lane. They're going to stack them back up here, getting ready to go green at the halfway mark tonight in the pre-clash clash. And be sure to subscribe here to Full Send Broadcast Network, as we are going to be putting on these one-off races once a month, give or take a couple of weeks. And you definitely won't miss any racing action that comes from these one-off races that we broadcast here on the Full Send Broadcast Network, not just ours ourselves. But we also have a few league races left, as we broadcast the Southern Excitement Racing League on Saturday and Sunday nights. Both those have a couple races left to go in their schedule. And the Finish Line Racing League on Tuesday nights, they have 4 more races left to go in their season here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. We greatly appreciate you tuning in here as we get to show you some fantastic racing for $180 in bragging rights, along with a trophy to the winner, and $75 to second and $30 going to third. Pace car peels off, getting ready to go green. Green flag is back out. John Tyndall hard on that loud pedal. Kelly Cool on the high lane, not getting such the best start compared to Tyndall in the 14. But here comes the 37 of Dustin Reilly pushing the 14. But here comes Tyler Cross and Braxton DeWeese pushing. Oh, as the 5 of Tyler Cross gets turned. That's going to lead to a huge wreck out here. Lots of drivers able to avoid it. Holy cow, that was a little bit too hard of a push on the 5 of Tyler Cross. We'll have to go back and see who all was involved. Looks like the 81 of Jonathan Osborne, the 10 of the 10 of DePrizio was involved. Holy cow. 10 of DePrizio having a hard time getting out of the grass, has a broke left front. As soon as he gets back on pavement, he should be good to get it back to pit road. Not wanting to tow as he gets a little bit of traction right there. He's going to take off now. That broke left front, that's a lot of damage on that 10 machine. You see it up close right here. Holy cow, that was a hard hit. We're going to have to go back and see exactly what happened. Looked like Tyler Cross got shoved a little too hard. Let's go back here and follow along with Tyler Cross. We'll follow it in slow motion here so we can figure out exactly what had happened. Go to another camera angle here, possibly get a little bit better view of it. Here you see him coming into turn 1, getting up to speed. And you know these cars are not at full speed due to the clearance you see on that bottom of that front of the cars. As these cars get up to speed, you'll see them suck down to the track. There you see the 5 of Tyler Cross. It's up behind the 01 of Cool. Checks up a little bit. Oh, yeah, the 8 of, I believe that is DeWeese. Hits him just hard enough. Sends him down in front of the 82. It's collected. The 81 of Osborne had nowhere to go. It just happened right in front of him. They were almost wrecking behind him, trying to check up to avoid it. There you see the 5 of Tyler Cross. Oh, DePrizio gets hit hard. Oh, the 11 gets clipped and sent up the track. But it looks like he was able to lock it down and come out with minimal damage. Oh, wow. Hard hit between the 81 of Osborne and the 10. I don't normally rewind. Let's rewind that and watch that in slow motion. See, the 10 of DePrizio already came down from the contact. Oh, hard hit for the 81 of Osborne and the 10 of DePrizio. That's why both those cars had so much damage on them. As they slide back down, making contact once again right in front of the 11. The 11 hits the 81 again right there. Holy cow, lots of cars tore up right there. Lots of front-running cars as that happened right towards the front of this field. As we are now working on lap 52 out of 99, we are over halfway. (14) of John Tyndall leading this thing. There you see from the blimp this huge 2.5 mile oval. Field makes their way through, more than likely getting the 1 to green signal. Lights are out on the pace car. Gonna double them back up here and go at it one more time. Third caution of the night here in the pre-clash clash. And one of the ideas that we have floating around for one of these one-off races is actually having a league showdown between 2 or 3 leagues. We'll just have to get with some of these leagues and find out if they are interested in it, or a prize to give to the league that wins. But not tonight, though. These drivers are racing for $180 and a trophy that was made up by Bearded Ox Designs and Joshua Oxendine over there, and put on here with a sponsorship by VigilanteRacing.com. Be sure to use promo code FULLSEND through the month of February to get 10% off your purchase over there at VigilanteRacing.com. And you can find them on Facebook as well at Vigilante Racing on Facebook. As the field works their way around here, lights out on the pace car, getting ready to go back green. Pace car peels off. Green flag is back out here. John Tyndall gets a great restart. The 01 of Kelly Cool right behind him. 82 of Mike Everidge. Or I'm sorry, 37 of Dustin Reilly gonna drop down to the inside. So will the 82 of Everidge. Most of the field single file already. As they come down the back stretch, you see the cars getting lower to the ground as they pick up speed, sealing off to the track. Roger Pierce in that 29 machine, sponsored by Full Send Motorsports and Full Send Broadcast Network. He is making his way up the field here as he is slicing and dicing his way. Goes down to the inside line, trying to get to the front here. He pulls in behind the 14 of Tyndall. These drivers really wanting to get up here and get track position, as we are now over halfway in this race. Of the scheduled 99 laps, these guys do have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. Definitely going to be an interesting one as we come to a close here tonight. The field not wanting to go down to single file. They want to put on a show for those of you watching here. They want to keep it too wide. Devin Bird, second in line in that outside lane in that 36 machine, sponsored by Premier Setup Shop. Right behind the 82 of Everidge, who's leading that high lane. The 2 of Luzon, third in that high lane, with the 12 of Joe McAddery there, the league owner of the 87 League, sponsored by Throwback Brand. The Throwback Brand Cup runs on Wednesday nights in the 87 cars. Their season starts up on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, at Daytona. Roger Pierce now leading that high lane, wanting to go for that lead. There's a special place in my heart right now for that 29 machine. Out there leading that high lane. Has the Full Send logos plastered all over it. Door to door with Kelly Cool for that lead. They are 2 by 2 throughout the whole field here. They come out of turn 4. Fantastic shot here at the start-finish line. Oh, as we have a car in the wall. It looked like possibly the 82 of Everidge was up in the wall. He's going to get it load up there. He's going to get it trying to fall back in line. He is going to lose the draft. Every other car around him has too much momentum. Back up front here. Outside lane starting to fizzle out. They are not near as organized as them front car or the inside lane. As I say that, they get a huge run through the tri-oval heading into turn 1 here. Roger Pierce trying to get to the door of the 01 of Kelly Cool to assume the lead. 36 of Devin Bird right behind Pierce in the 29. Got Dustin really pushing the 01 of Kelly Cool on the inside. Fantastic side-by-side racing. I might lose my voice by the time the night's over. These drivers are coming around to complete lap 59. A little bit of side drafting going on. That's going to break the 37 from the 01 and give Pierce another run at the lead here. Bird not tucked up on the 29's bumper. Not going to allow them to have a run. They may get linked up here as they exit 2 and have another run at it going into 3. Side by side, all race long, no driver giving up, wanting to be up front, wanting to be in the mix of it all, and not giving up at all. Roger Pierce in that 29 machine leading the outside lane wants that lead so bad he is willing to try to side draft the 37 to break him off the 01's back bumper. Now he's going to side draft the 01. A little bit of a bump to the 01 from the 37. That's going to give them a little run as they go off into turn 3. Door to door. Fantastic racing action. I don't know about y'all, but I am glued right here. The 2, that's that blue car third in line on the high lane, had just a little bit of a blink there. No harm, no foul. They keep it going. These guys are starting to use the bumpers now a little bit, as we are getting closer and closer with each lap to the checkered flag as the 2 is in the wall. He has the infamous wall, sticky wall going on in these ARCA cars. With the way these cars are angled, you just touch that right rear to the wall and it will suck it to it, and you can do nothing to get it off of there without turning the wheel all the way hard left. That's going to get him to lose the draft there. Back up front, that outside lane kind of falling apart a little bit. 14 of John Tyndall now door to door with the 29. Go check on the 5 of Tyler Cross, who was involved in that last caution. He's back here with Albert Anderson in the 11, the 82 of Everidge, the 81 of Osborne. All right here, nose to tail, just kind of taking it easy. Trying to make it to the end here. Don't want to fall back too far, though, as to where you can't make a move as we get near the end of this race in case it goes green. Back up front, these drivers giving it their all, trying to keep the lead and trying to take the lead from one another. Here at the Full Send Broadcast Network, we always strive to bring you the best racing coverage possible. Normally, I have someone in the booth helping me, but tonight, I told my guys that normally help me, y'all go run this race if y'all want to. And they said, okay, say no further. And they all joined in, paid their entry fee, and they're all in here racing tonight. Racing community here on iRacing is so tight-knit. It's like a whole nother family for a lot of these people, including myself. These guys will drop what they're doing and help you at the drop of a hat and support you on just about anything you can imagine. That is why I love this these esports here on iRacing so much. Why I love broadcasting, and what else can you do, man? It's just fantastic to hang out with your friends and watch them race. As Roger Pierce door to door with Kelly Cool, trying to go for that lead. Devin Bird trying to push the 29 out front. 37 of Dustin Reilly trying to keep the 01 of Cool out front. These guys not wanting to give up and just ride along. The 01 and the 37. These two guys have worked together all race long. They've worked together in their league that they run together. They're in the Vigilante Racing League. And they are definitely getting used to this setup, being able to lay the bumper to one another to get these huge runs to keep the lead. The field works their way out of turn 4. Coming up to complete lap 66. We are now 2/3 of the way through this race. The intensity going to be ramping up more and more as we go along. As the intensity begins to ramp up, we do not want to go full send fired up towards the end of this thing, so we're going to do full send fired up right now so we don't have to miss any coverage here towards the end of the race. So listen to these cars go full song down this track at 200 miles an hour for $180 and a trophy. Let's do it. There you've seen it happen under the full send fired up. The 29 of Roger Pierce jumps up, hits the outside wall, breaks the right front on that 29 machine. He is going to try to limp it around back to pit road and hope that some cautions save him from going multiple laps down here. Looking back up front here, Devin Bird leading that high lane. Oh, is that car? Looks like the 17, possibly. I couldn't see what number that was. The 36 of Devin Bird leading the outside lane here. With the 11 of Bradley Barton right behind him. These two guys have raced together for years, and now they are working together here trying to win some money. In the chat, we have Mama of the 29. We got Mrs. Roger Pierce in the chat. Heard a lot of things about her. All good, of course. And love that you tune into our broadcast every time we go live, and cheering on your boy there, Roger Pierce in the 29. Up front, though, we have the 36 and the 11 working together here, trying to get this lead from the 01 and the 37. Oh, as we have a car get pushed out of line there. Going to work his way back in. That looked like that possibly was the 728 of Terry Pope. It was. He was shoved out of line right there. He's back in line. No harm, no foul. Look who's back up here towards the front. The 10 of DePrizio. Oh, as they are going down pit road right now. Holy cow. Lots of locking up going on. Oh, I don't know if there was any speeding penalties right there. Pit road just got really busy. A little bit of contact entering their pit boxes. Oh, contact right there entering pit boxes. Some of these drivers are going to have issues. Kelly Cool has to back up for his pit box. Holy cow. Some of these drivers just had some major mistakes getting on pit road here on lap 74. Expecting more green flag stops coming up. There's the 10 of DePrizio coming down by himself. Oh, he is a huge lockup. That looked like that could have been a speeding penalty for the 10 of DePrizio. As the field works their way through turns 1 and 2. Green flag stops are never easy with a field this big. You always have to worry about getting in there as fast as you can to minimize the time lost, but you also have to be able to get in there slow enough to not get a penalty. And then you also got to throw in the fact of worrying about running someone over in front of you or getting run over yourself. This group of cars decides to stay out this time by. Looks like this group of cars may be getting ready to come down pit road as they are approaching another cluster of cars that come off pit road. Devin Bird scored your leader right now in the 36 machine with Bradley Bartley right behind him. Oh, as they're peeling off to come down pit road now. Several drivers coming down. 21 of Kevin Croft locks it up. Oh, the 17 gets in the back of Justin Hutchinson on pit road. Croft, huge mistake right there. Hutchinson, no damage to the back of that 21 machine there. As he's going to slide through his box. Devin Bird in the 36 stays out with a few cars left behind him. As we are working on lap 77 of 99 here tonight. A lot of these drivers really showing their skill out here, able to get on and off pit road under green flag conditions with minimal issues out there. Let's pull up the pit lap indicator here, and we can tell you who has pitted and who hasn't. It looks like your top three definitely have not pit. Along with 8th place, the 2 Machine of Glenn Luzon have yet to pit. And here at this track, there's a gaggle of cars. Devin Bird going to be left with Bradley Bartley, the only 2 that have yet to pit out there. As we have come to 21 laps to go here tonight, as this field has a mixture of lap down cars, and the leader is in the slap dead middle of it. It's about to get real interesting. He does not want to get stuck on the high side here in this group of cars, as he needs to come down pit road along with the 11 of Bradley Bartley. As we have a car in the wall, the 17. Oh, as he comes down and hits Mayberry. They're both hard in the wall. These 2 drivers hard in the wall. That's going to be a tough break for Dave Mayberry right there in the 29. It's the front of that car, but it couldn't have happened at a better spot for him. As the yellow flag comes out for the 4th time tonight, that's going to save Devin Bird and Bradley Bartley, as those 2 were the last 2 cars that have yet to pit under green. Now the question is, who is it going to affect? Let's pull up our gap indicator here. 14 cars are on the lead lap. A lot of these cars are going to have to take the wave around when the 36 and the 11 come down pit road. Let's go back and see if we can find out what happened here with Dave Mayberry. You see Mayberry right there on the high lane. And you see the 17 in the wall. And he's trying to get it off the wall. And he gets it off the wall right there. Comes down and clips Mayberry. And that sends them both hard back into the wall. Especially Mayberry. He got the hardest hit of it. Tough break. Let's go back and see that from his point of view. Play at full speed until we see the 17 get next to him. There you see the 17 up against the wall, and you see him start turning down right there. Mayberry, nothing he can do, tries to save it, and hard hit in the outside wall. Hard hit. Tough break to Mayberry's race. But luckily, the caution come out for him, as he is sitting, that is the 36 of Devin Bird on pit road. Up 24 spots since the beginning of this race. The 22 of Keaton Burnett is scored your leader. 728 of Timothy Pope scored in second. Every car in front of them lapped down. And as you see right here, these 2 drivers, the 22 and the 728, were the first 2 that brought out the first yellow when Burnett come down, not clear, and knocked Pope to the inside, down to the apron and through the grass. And Pope tried to slow it up, but wasn't able to, and came up on the track and collected several cars. Expecting the 1 to green this time by. There goes Mayberry, getting one of his laps back. Those of you tuning in tonight, we greatly appreciate it here at the Full Send Broadcast Network. Tonight, we have the pre-clash clash coming to an end here, presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Both those companies, fantastic companies. Over at VigilanteRacing.com, if you use promo code FULLSEND through the month of February, you will get 10% off your purchase. They carry shirts, hats, hoodies, mugs, stickers, just about anything you can imagine for some of these real life racers that race on iRacing, along with some Vigilante Racing League merchandise. Go check them out at www.vigilanteracing.com. And for Bearded Ox Designs, he will 3D print you a trophy for your league or a one-off race. Go check them out and hit up Joshua Oxendine to get more details. As they get the one to green, the field is stacking back up here. A lot of the field coming around. As there you see Jess Vault at full speed coming around to catch the field. As they come down the back stretch, doubled up. Up front, Keaton Burnett up 24 spots since the drop of the green flag. Timothy Pope to the outside, lining up third is the 10 of Nicholas DePrizio. He wasn't kidding when he said he had a car that he thought could compete for the win here. Outside of him in the second row is John Tyndall, and rounding out the top 5 is the 82 of Mike Everidge. Waiting for the pace car to peel off to go green here. To go green on lap 83 of the scheduled 99 laps here tonight in the pre-clash clash. Pace car peels off. Green flag is back out here at Daytona in the pre-clash clash presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Keaton Burnett has a decent start with Nicholas DePrizio right behind him, but Timothy Pope and John Tyndall get a fantastic start as well. And they are all nose to tail for the lead here. 2 by 2 throughout the field for the top 20, looks like. Outside lane with a little bit of a run, but here comes the inside lane with a run of their own as they head off into turn 3 here at full speed. As they work their way out of turn 4, the 01 of Kelly Cool making some huge moves to the inside lane. Bradley Bartley answers with a move of his own to the inside as well in front of the 01 of Cool. In front of Bartley is the other 11 car of Albert Anderson. These drivers, the intensity is beginning to ramp up here. After 84 laps, we still have 19 cars on the lead lap going for the win and the $180 tonight. Everybody that's on the lead lap, hell, even the cars that are lapped down have a chance to win this tonight. As we have yet to see chaos really break out here at Daytona in the pre-clash clash. I'm expecting the intensity to really ramp up here in the next few laps for sure, with possible 3 wide moves to get up front and go for the win. These drivers giving it all they got as we have a little bit of contact further back. These guys are getting it sorted out, still trying to make their way up front. There's the 21 of Justin Hutchinson. Has a little bit of a blink there. Back up front, though. The 22 of Keaton Burnett leads the inside lane still, with the 728 of Pope leading the outside lane. They're 2 by 2 for 5 rows deep. Make that 6 rows deep now. Door to door throughout the field, trying to make the moves that they can when they can. I'm expecting the last 5 laps to go really haywire out here, as you see DePrizio giving the 22 of Burnett a little bump as they go down the backstretch. A little bit of a locking bumpers moment. Able to perfect it right there, getting the Burnett way out front by a car length over the 728 of Pope. But don't count that high lane out yet. They will get reorganized and they will have yet another run to get up front. As we are now working on lap 87, D'Aprizio makes a move to the high lane. He's going to block Pope, and he's going to start trying to lead the high lane to try to get the lead from the 22 of Burnett. As they come down the backstretch at 200 miles an hour, these guys are duking it out for $180 in bragging rights to the first ever annual pre-clash clash. Brought to you by Full Send Motorsports here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. Presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. D'Aprizio takes the lead, drops down in front of Burnett. He's going to lead a lap right here. That's going to lead Pope leading the high lane and D'Aprizio leading the inside lane. As we have 12 laps to go tonight. Your top 3 finishers in this race tonight, we'll get an interview after the race, so we will get their thoughts on the race, the setup, and how the aggressiveness played out with the minimal amount of cautions that we've had so far. These drivers really duking it out, getting everything they can as they work through turns 3 and 4. The whole field 2 by 2 now. Timothy Pope pulls out front by car length now over D'Aprizio. Not going to leave the high lane, though. He likes working with the 14 of John Tyndall, as that was able to get him a lap lead right there. These drivers really trying to figure out where they can go. We have seen it before in these ARCA cars with this setup. Drivers go 3 and 4 wide for several laps before any incident had happened, kind of expecting the same as we get close to the end of this thing. Now, I don't know if you can tell by watching the broadcast, my voice is already starting to go from all the excitement in tonight's race. And I'm sure by the time I'm done with interviews, there will be nothing left of it, as Timothy Pope thought about going down to the inside lane there, thinks about it a little bit, and decides to stay up on the high lane and block the high lane run. Now he's going to be riding in the middle. He looks like he may get split. As he does get split, they're 3 wide for the lead as a wreck breaks out behind them. Big wreck, huge wreck. Cars are upside down and flipping. Holy cow, the intensity is definitely ratcheting up out here as these drivers are going all out for it. We're going to have to go back and see what happened there. Lots of drivers involved. Looked like it started with the 11. Albert Anderson. There's the 11 of Albert Anderson in the red, white, and blue American flag car on the inside lane in front of that white monster car of Cool. Let's see exactly what happened here. They worked their way through the corner. Looks like Bradley Bartley might have had a run on Jess Vault. Let's see here as they work their way out of turn 2 on the backstretch. Jess Vault, yeah, you see the bump right there. Spun Jess Vault down into Anderson. Anderson comes up and collects Tyler Green. The field just begins to fall apart behind them. Holy cow, the 33 goes for a ride right there. Holy cow. Some drivers able to get out of it. The 17 barely gets clipped and sent around. Let's go back and look at that from Roger Pierce's point of view. This is what he's seen as the wreck happened, and he was able to make it through it, looked like. There you see the bump, and you see the 28 go down. There's the accident starting to happen, and the cars are starting to get collected. Cars going all over the place at this moment. He's probably thinking to himself right there, he probably thought Anderson was about to collect him there. Let's see if we can go back and get another view of it here from let's follow Justin Hutchinson, see it from his point of view. There you see the car scattering. He doesn't know which way to go. And it looked like the seas parted for him right there as he goes down. And you see Joe McAddery get turned right there, and he doesn't know where he's fixing to be going. So he dips it down on the grass. Holy cow. Fantastic hands by the 21 of Justin Hutchinson. Did you see the 17? It was fixing to come down and get him right there. Oh, and he did get a piece of it. I thought he made it through that. We go back live now. Nicholas DePrizio in the 10 is your leader as the lights go off on the pace car. These guys, the intensity is really going to be ramped up here, going green on lap 94. This field really about to get real intense as we are within 5 laps to go for the money. It's about to get interesting. This means the 3 wide rule. These drivers had to follow one rule all night for the most part. On restarts, they could not go 3 wide before the backstretch. But now that we're going to be going green within the 5 laps remaining mark, that rule is null and void at this point. These drivers, as soon as they cross the start-finish line, can do whatever they want to race for the big money and the trophy, along with the bragging rights of the first annual Clash here on the Full Send Broadcast Network, presented by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Folks, y'all are not going to want to tune away for this ending here. Pace car peeling off now. Here they go. Green flag back out here at Daytona. Lap 94 on the record at the moment. DePrizio with a 1-car lead over the 22 of Burnett. Burnett, though, getting a huge push from Timothy Pope. Going to get him back door to door with him. This field about to get really amplified as they go for their money here within the pay window now. No more pit stops on the line. No more fuel to worry about. Who has friends anymore when you're going for money? As they go off into turn 3 at full speed, these drivers going to be clawing for every inch of it. As they come around to complete lap 94, here we go. Devin Berg with a huge move up in front of Jess Vault to the high lane, trying to get some spots here in that number 36. As they are still 2 by 2, closer than ever. These guys are definitely not going to be backing off each other's bumpers now. Out of turn 4, coming to 4 laps to go in the pre-clash here at Daytona. The high in with a huge run. Burnett going to be out front, but here comes DiPrizio back to the inside with the 14 of John Tyndall pushing the 10 of DiPrizio. You have Burnett and Pope on the high side. Pope laying the bumper to the back of the 22, trying to get out front. They're going 3 wide now. We have a car in the wall, but that car has not brought out a caution yet. We are 3 wide, trying to go for the big money here. Coming to 3 laps to go in the pre-clash clash. Fantastic racing. I told y'all would not want to miss this. This is going to be a fantastic ending here. Oh, it's a huge wreck. Breaks out back. We had a car on its nose as the caution comes out. We're going to be going into overtime here in the pre-clash clash. Woo! This is going to be the first attempt at a green-white checkered out of 3. Let's go back and find out what happened back here. We go to the replay. We'll go a little bit faster and we'll slow it down right as the incident starts. There you see it. The 29 bumps the 21, sends him down into the 41. The 11 of Bradley Bartley had nowhere to go. Hard hit for the 41 of Stephen Payne. 48 of Tyler Green involved. The 29 of Roger Pierce on his nose. Holy cow. That was a very fast, very abrupt wreck for those drivers. A lot of them still probably have at least one fast repair left, as we are fixing to be going back green here under a green-white checkered event for the big money. Keaton Burnett scored your leader in the 22 machine. Nicholas DiPrizio in second. Timothy Pope in third. Fourth, John Tyndall. Fifth, Tyler Cross. Sixth, Braxton DeWeese. Seventh, Mike Everidge. Eighth, Jess Vaught. Ninth, Dustin Reilly. And 10th, Eric Klafka. As they come around, you see the lap counter going to be adding laps to the top left of the screen. They are now having a 100 scheduled lap. By the time they come back around, it's going to be 101 scheduled. And then by the time they come back around green, it will probably say 102 up there on the top right or top left. And one final time here, barring any cautions, we'll do another sponsor plug for VigilanteRacing.com. Go check them out or check them out on Facebook at Vigilante Racing and use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off your purchase through the month of February. And also go hit up Joshua Oxendine at Bearded Ox Designs to get a trophy made for your league or special one-off race. Fantastic work. They come aboard as a sponsor and have given us a trophy to send to the winner of tonight's race. Definitely going to be an interesting one here tonight. We'll see if we have to use all 3 green-white checkered attempts or if we're going to have to use only one, as the pay window has definitely gone wide open. As a quick reminder, $180 goes to our race winner along with a trophy and bragging rights. Second place gets $75 and third place gets $30 out here tonight. Like I said before, these drivers had a 3-wide rule before, but they couldn't go 3 wide before the backstretch on restarts. Now, when they cross the line, they can do whatever they please. 3, 4, hell, even 5 wide they can go. We will have to see what these drivers are comfortable pushing to. They're definitely going to be pushing their limits and pushing each other as they go around this track. Definitely on a razor's edge, trying to get every inch they can to bring home the big money here. Lights are out on the pace car. They're going to double them up. We're going to go at this for one more time at least. As they work their way through turns 3 and 4, making their way back to the flag stand, going green this time for the first of 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. Let's see if we have to use all 3 or if this is going to be the only one. Pace car peels off. Green flag is back in the air for a green-white checkered here at Daytona in the pre-clash clash. Burnett, DePrizio on the front, leading the inside and the outside lane. Here comes the 14, pushing the 10. Here comes the 728, pushing the 22. They are going to be giving it everything they have. 3-car breakaway on the inside lane, outside lane with a little bit of trouble. Here comes the outside lane, going 3 wide. Trying to make some moves to go for this lead. The 728 of Pope pushing the 22 of Burnett. Down the backstretch as another wreck is breaking out here going into turn 3. Lots of cars involved. We're going to be going to a second green-white checkered here tonight. Tough break for some of these drivers here in the back that were involved in that. Let's go find out what happened. There you see the 21 make a move. That's Justin Hutchinson. Oh, he gets clipped a little bit, hits the 11, goes up on the nose of the 29, flips the 12. Around goes the 21, spinning around in front of Stephen Payne. The 81 of Osborne couldn't check up in time, sends the 41 up into the 17. 21 comes down, hits the 48. Tough break for a lot of those drivers. Definitely not the end of their night as we know it, unless they are out of fast repairs. There you see the 21 of Kevin Croft trying to limp that machine down pit road to get it fixed as he gets to his pit box. Keaton Burnett still scored your leader here. We're going to go to a second green-white checkered, throw some more laps up on the board, and let's give it another shot here. You're tuned in to the Full Send Broadcast Network, showing you the Full Send Motorsports presents the Pre-Clash Clash at Daytona, sponsored by VigilanteRacing.com. Be sure to check them out at www.vigilanteracing.com. You be sure to use promo code FULLSEND at checkout for 10% off your order through the month of February. And also brought to you in part by Bearded Ox Designs, who was gracious enough to come on board for this race and make a trophy for the winner here tonight. Go hit them up. That's Joshua Oxendine over there, Bearded Ox Designs, for all your league trophy and award needs. These drivers giving it everything they got. I'm going to give my voice a break here under caution. As you can tell, I'm starting to lose it. So I will be silent here until we get the one to green here. As the field makes their way down the backstretch, doubled up. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going green this time by for our second attempt at a green-white checkered. We have 3 in the pocketbook. Or I should say 1 left in the pocketbook. After that last caution, these drivers on pins and needles now, knowing they have to go now with a green-white checkered. Here in overtime, as they work their way out of turn 4, waiting for the pace car to peel off to go down pit road. There goes the pace car, field resting on Keaton Burnett's shoulders. Green flag back out here in the pre-clash clash at Daytona. 2 by 2, the whole field gets a fantastic start there. The 8 car of DeWeese has no help at the moment. Timothy Pope pushing Keaton Burnett out front. Oh, the 14 has a huge moment. Oh, he gets hit hard in the wall. Another wreck breaking out back here. Hard hits for a lot of these drivers. We're going to use all 3 of these overtimes here tonight, folks. Let's follow the 14 of John Tyndall. That's where that all started at. Let's go back and find out what happened to start the bobble, which ultimately led to the accident, bringing out the yellow. Looks like Devin Bird in the 36 bump draft in the corner gone wrong. Major awesome hands out of the 14 of John Tyndall, able to save that car, but Jess Vault having nowhere to go, couldn't check up in time, ran into the back of him. That shot him down into Tyler Cross, sending him up into the wall in front of the 88 of Eric Klafka, collecting lots of cars here. Oh, hard hit for the 21. Even harder hit for the 81 of Osborne. Tough break by these drivers here in the back. Lots of these drivers probably have burned through their fast repairs now. We go back live here. Eaton Burnett scored your leader still. It's Burnett, Pope, DeWeese, Reilly, DePrizio, your top 5. Then Bird Luzon, Anderson, Everidge, and Pierce rounding out your top 10. Once again, under this caution, I'm going to give my voice a break to call the last few laps here. I will be back when we are 1 to green. Lights are out on the pace car, getting ready to go green. The field doubled back up here. This is going to be the last green-white checkered. If they wreck before the white flag, the caution flag will come out, which will end it under the yellow flag. The car scored as the leader when the caution comes out will be the race winner. If they wreck after the white flag, they're going to keep running under green to the checkered flag. So we are ending this race no matter what when they go back green. Your top 5 is Burnett, Pope, DeWeese, Reilly, DePrizio. That's your top 5. The field going to be resting in the 22 of Keaton Burnett's hands when the pace car peels off. There goes the pace car. Here we go for the final time. Green flag back out here in the pre-class clash at Daytona. Burnett with a fantastic start. Pope and Reilly on the high lane, nose to tail, trying to get to the front here. Little bit of contact in the back of the pack. Burnett with the edge over Pope on the low line. Here's the 8 of DeWeese pushing the 22 of Burnett as they work their way out of turn 2 to go down the Daytona super stretch here. There goes DeWeese pulling out of line to the high side in front of Timothy Pope, trying to go for the lead here as they enter turn 3 for the second to last time tonight. Looking for that white flag. I would love to see this end under green. As they come to the line, white flag is out. 1 lap to go here in the pre-class clash. We have a car off the track back here. Oh, Burnett gets turned by the 10 of DePrizio. They're wrecking back there. Up front, you have DeWeese leading it. Pope to the outside, Reilly to the inside, pushing to DeWeese. Here comes Devin Bird trying to get up there. You have, as they get turned, now it's down to 3 cars as we come to the end here. You were ultimately looking at your top 3 right here between DeWeese, Pope, and Reilly as they come through 3 and 4 for the final time. DeWeese with a little bit of a blink. Here they go. Reilly going to jump out to the high side. Pope going to go with him to the line. Who's it going to be? Bumping, banging. Who's it? I don't know who got that. Dustin Reilly in the 37 pulls it off. Holy cow, I cannot believe that. Let's see what the margin of victory was there. 0.036 of a second. That's only a few inches right there. Dustin Reilly taking home the checkered flag, the bragging rights, and the trophy of the inaugural Clash here, sponsored by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. In second, you got Braxton DeWeese, and third, Timothy Pope. Holy cow, those are your top 3 right there. Dustin Reilly gonna come around and burn it down for the fans watching. He's going to burn it down. He is $180 richer in that 37 machine. Holy cow, I cannot believe the ending right there. Let's go check out that finish. That was amazing. Lots of accidents there on the last lap. Let's go check out that finish. You see him coming through 3 and 4 right there. Working it hard. There you see the 8 have that blink. You see Reilly jump to the outside. We're going to slow it down right here as they came to the line. Holy cow, it was just a fender. A fender decided this thing. Holy cow. Amazing finish right there as Dustin Reilly still celebrating out there as we used up all 3 of our overtimes. Let's see if we can get these drivers in the booth to chat with them about their wins. See if we can find Braxton to come down into the interview waiting booth. Timothy Pope, trying to find him for an interview. There's Braxton DeWeese back in the Discord. He jumps down to interview waiting there. Let's get these drivers in here for an interview, starting off with your 3rd place finisher, Timothy Pope. Hey there, Timothy Pope. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congrats on bringing it home in 3rd place out there in the 728. Led a lot of laps out there. Ultimately, a fantastic 3-wide finish for the pay window right there between yourself, Braxton DeWeese, and Dustin Reilly. Walk us through how that race went for you and ultimately that finish right there.
Yeah, that finish was wild. I got caught up in that one wreck or early on, and I had to fight from the back there and get back up there and just ease my way up there and then kind of hang out and do the last few laps there.
Yeah, man. I know you and Reilly racing the Vigilante Racing League together. Did y'all have plans to work together coming to the finish, or was it kind of every man for himself at that point?
Yeah, we were all the Vigilantes working together the whole race there, trying to help out as much as we could each other. But kind of coming to the white flag, I think it was kind of every man for itself. But he helped me as much as he could.
Absolutely, man. Going home with $30 tonight. Be sure to stay in the Discord. After I end the broadcast, I will get with you and get your information to send you the money. And looking ahead, man, we're going to be putting these races up about once a month. Will we be looking for you to come back and run some more of these?
Oh, yeah. Plan on it.
All right, man. Will you have any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there tonight for the people watching?
Vigilante Racing League and Nowski Nation.
All right, man. Well, once again, congrats on finishing in third. And, man, that was just a fantastic race overall. And congratulations on bringing home a little bit of money.
Thank you. Thank you for putting it on.
No problem. Have a good night. And that was Timothy Pope, your third place finisher in that 728 machine. Fantastic finish. Didn't know who was going to be winning that one at the line. Let's bring in our second place finisher, Braxton DeWeese in the 8 machine. Hey there, Braxton DeWeese. You got a copy? Braxton DeWeese, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, man, it's going fantastic up here in the booth, losing my voice from all the action that y'all put on tonight. Walk us through how that race went for you, man, ultimately bringing it home in the second spot. And definitely had a race-winning car there at the end. Just walk us through how that race went for you and ultimately that last lap finish.
Car was pretty tight throughout the whole race. You go into the turn, you'd have to put a lot more wheel into it than you would think. And if you didn't put your left front down below their left rear, you were going to get their dirty air and you were going to travel up the track and lose a lot of time. So you actually had to get out of the throttle a little bit because how tight it was. So trying to put that into a factor and trying to stay up there and on their bumper and trying to stay fast was pretty key. But keeping your front end clean and not underneath the guy in front of you. I know I hit that guy on that start there and I didn't mean to, but stuff happens. This is honestly my first race with these cars there, so I think I did all right. Wish I did a little bit better there coming off turn 4, but nothing I could really do. He was in the perfect seat, the perfect time.
Yeah, I would absolutely have to agree with you, man, that you did a pretty daggum jam-up job out there bringing it home in second. There for a moment, I had to double-check my timing, my scoring on my second monitor to make sure who won because, man, that was so close to the naked eye, you couldn't see who won it being 3 wide right there.
Yeah, it was a pretty close one. I knew it was going to be close, especially with just the 3 of us there and me being out front. I knew I was kind of screwed, to be honest with you. I knew I had to at least hit somebody or whatnot out there, but it is what it is. Second's better than anything, and $65 is better than nothing. So we'll take it and we'll move on and see what we can do next time.
Well, that's just what I was fixing to say, man. You are now $75 richer, and if you'll stay in the Discord till after I end the broadcast, I will figure out where to send your money to. And definitely look forward to having you back here when we put on another one of these races. Definitely a good fit for our one-off events. You have any shout-outs or sponsor plugs you want to put out there for anybody watching?
Yeah, I have a lot of sponsors and family supporters that tune in and support me with all the iRacing races that I do. Hopefully next time we can have a paint scheme. We can try to contact some of these sponsors I'm about to name off and see what they want to do. But I want to thank Reaper Speed Lab for being on the car, being with them and whatnot. I really do appreciate being with them. I also want to thank GP Diecast of Glen Productions, Allen's Art Images, Jeff Schmidt Auto Group, Midwest World Fabrications, NASCAR Techno Institute, CD Cinematography, and Blaze Designs. Hopefully he'll make a nice, beautiful paint scheme for us the next time you guys put an event here.
All right, man. Well, much appreciated. Once again, congrats on bringing it home in the second spot and making yourself $75 richer tonight. Hopefully we get to see you again out here, and have yourself a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You have a good one.
Thank you. And that was Braxton DeWeese out there in the 8 machine, bringing it home in second, putting on a fantastic show out there tonight, winning $75 himself. Let's get the man of the hour out here, Mr. Dustin Reilly, bringing home the checkered flag and the $180 along with the first trophy here in the Full Send Motorsports Clash. Let's get the 37 driver up in this booth. Hey there, Dustin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, congrats on winning the $180 out there tonight, bringing that 37 machine home victorious. Going to be having a trophy headed your way also. Walk us through how that race went for you and ultimately that 3-wide finish where you're able to get a fender out ahead and cross the line first.
Well, let's just start at the beginning. So the defaults kept going back to, the steering and all. And I went to check that on grid. I grid, and it made me miss the start. I had to start in the pits, right? That was some good racing, though. Come back up to the front, got our caution I needed, got to the front, and took it home for the Vigilante Racing League.
Absolutely. Did you think you had the speed there coming out of turn 4 in order to get around the 8 of DeWeese?
I just knew I needed to time it right and hope he didn't block, and he didn't, and I appreciate him not doing that.
Yeah, it was definitely intense as y'all were coming into the tri-oval, beating and banging off of each other, coming to the checkered. We didn't even know who had won. We had to go back and look at the scoring to double check, and you won by 0.03 of a second over
I knew
the
it was
8.
close. Yeah, I knew it was close. He blinked out actually coming out of the corner, and that probably hurt him on draft a little bit.
Yeah, that we seen that on the broadcast, and man, that was just an exciting race overall. I'm losing my voice from broadcasting it. Just a fantastic race, nothing but action. No one wanted to ride single file. How'd that make you feel? No one wanting to ride single file out there.
Overall, I think everybody done pretty good. In the end, because these trucks were actually kind of China walking in front of them a little bit. So overall, I thought everybody done good. But I can't breathe, honestly. It was just a rush the whole race, Jacob. I'm glad you put it on, man.
Oh, it is no problem. You have any shout outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there for the people watching tonight?
Well, if you don't care, I mean, we've got a store, vigilanteracingleague.com, and I actually have a real race car, and we've got some shirts of mine on that website. So people go check that out,
Absolutely, man. Definitely go check it out at vigilanteracing.com. Look them up on Facebook at Vigilante Racing. And be sure to use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off through the month of February. Dustin, man, it was a pleasure getting to watch you out there tonight, race around this 2.5-mile super speedway, and ultimately bring home the checkered flag. Along with that checkered flag, you're going to be getting a trophy in the mail and $180 in your bank account. Be sure to hang out in the Discord, and I'll get your info to send the money your way. And, man, just once again, I got to say congratulations on that race win. That was exciting. We appreciate y'all having y'all out here at the Full Send Motorsports Clash. And hopefully look to have you out there again when we put on another one-off race out here.
Yes, sir. Y'all did a good job at Full Send. That's awesome.
Much appreciated. You have yourself a good night.
Yes, sir.
And that was Dustin Reilly, your race winner in the 37 machine, bringing home the checkered flag and the $180. Be sure to go check him out over there at vigilanteracing.com. Like he said, he has some merchandise on there for his real race car at vigilanteracing.com. Be sure to use promo code FULLSEND for 10% off your purchase through the month of February. Let's go through your official finishing order here before we sign off here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. Brought to you by VigilanteRacing.com and Bearded Ox Designs. Your race winner, Dustin Reilly in the 37 by 3/100ths of a second over Braxton DeWeese at the line. Timothy Pope finishes third. Jack Dixon fourth. Fifth, Devin Bird. Sixth was Eric Klafka. Seventh, Joe McAddery. Eighth, Tyler Cross. Ninth, Brian Dixon. 10th was Glenn Luzon. 11th, Stephen Payne. 12th, Dave Mayberry. 13th, Kevin Croft. 14th was Roger Pierce. 15th, Albert Anderson III. 16th, Keaton Burnett. 17th, Nicholas DePrizio. 18th, Mike Everidge. 19th was John Tyndall. 20th, Jonathan Osborne. 21st was Jess Vaught. 22nd, Justin Hutchinson. 23rd was Brett Vinson. 24th, Bradley Bartley. 25th, Tyler Green. 26th, Kelly Cool. 27th was Victor DePrizio. 28th, James Silk. That's your full lineup. You see Jeff Counter down there at the bottom in 29th. He is the race control of this race. But 28 cars ended up in this race. And that was a fantastic one to be able to bring you fans out there. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell here at the Full Send Broadcast Network. That way you know every time we go live to bring you some fantastic racing action, you will be the first to hear about it. Coming up February 19th, the day before the Daytona 500 in real life, we have the prelude to the 500 brought to you by Ron Morris Racing. That's going to be a $500 to win race here. Going to be live on the Full Send Broadcast Network. I believe it's a $25 entry fee. That's going to be another exciting race here from Daytona. And then coming up on Saturday, we have the Southern Excitement Racing League Truck Series tomorrow night. They're going to be finding out who's going to be their final 4 drivers fighting for a championship. And coming up on Sunday night, we have the Southern Excitement Racing League Next Gen Series. They're going to be going live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway with their final 4 drivers to figure out who is going to be crowned champion in that series. And then Tuesday night, we have race 2 in the Finish Line Racing League. They're running the Gen 6 Cup cars. They're in race 2 of the playoffs. Going to be live from Michigan International Speedway here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. Like I said before, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when we go live, and we will be active here shortly, putting together another special one-off race like this one here tonight, like the pre-Clash Clash. It will obviously be different cars at a different track. Be sure to stay up to date to know when we go to do that. For Full Send Broadcast Network, I'm Jacob, signing off here after a fantastic finish here at Daytona International Speedway. We can't wait to have you back here at our next event. Thank you and have a good night.